Hey guys, so today I'm making a video talking about sleeved booster packs, and we're going to talk about if they are a good investment or not. So you know the drill. Basically, the setup for this video is we took 80% of MSRP. The reason for taking 80% is normally people can purchase product below MSRP. We took market price of today, April 23rd, 2024, and then we did the annualized ROI using an online calculator based on the current day, the day of release of the set, current market price, and then $319 as our MSRP buy price. Obviously, a lot of people bought sleeve boosters below $319 US, which would make these returns even higher. So just keep that in mind. But we use $319 for all of them just to get a good idea. So to jump right into this, Sun and Moon base set, current market price around. Oh, and I forgot to mention, most of these did have TCG player current market prices. A few of them didn't. If they didn't, what I did was I went to eBay and I basically took the lowest listing that I could find and then just put that in here basically. And if I couldn't find a decent one for that either, I would look at TCG Player if there was like a 4 art set, and then just divide by 4 and then take the average of that. So some of them might not be completely accurate, but I'd say for the most part they are fairly accurate. So Sun and Moon base set, 1507 current market price. That's a 24% annualized ROI. I remember looking at the booster box for Sun and Moon, and I believe this is a higher annualized ROI. So some of these will be higher, some will be lower. Next up, Guardians Rising 992 is a 17.68% return. After that, we have Burning Shadows 1513 is a 26.06% return. Crimson Invasion at 1156 is a 22.01% return. Ultra Prism at 2750 is a 41.37% return. Forbidden Light at $39.99, surprising, 52.71% return. Celestial Storm 3588 is a 52.63% return. Lost Thunder at $36.60 is a 56.17% return. Team Up at $57 is a 73.64% return. Unbroken Bonds at $25.17, 51.46% return. Unified Minds at $20.42 is a 48.12% return, and Cosmic Eclipse $24.46 is 57.62% return. If we add these up, divide out, get the average, it's a 43.62% return for Sun and Moon. I'd say the standouts for Sun and Moon are definitely the base set at a 24% annualized ROI. Burning Shadows at 26 is quite normal actually. Ultra Prism's normal, I'd say. So Forbidden Light at 52.71%, I believe, is higher than the booster box. So that one probably stands out for me. Celestial Storm as well might be a bit higher also, and then Lost Thunder at 56.17. So those three, and then base set. Moving on to Sword and Shield, we have base set at 652, which is an 18.52% annualized ROI. Rebel Clash 491, 11.44%. Darkness Ablaze at 430 is an 8.42%. Vivid Voltage 385 is 5.61%. Battle Styles at 524. This one was really surprising. 17.39% annualized ROI. Chilling Reign 698 is a 31.63% annualized ROI. Evolving Skies now over $15 for a sleeve booster at 1503. 79.19%, still below the booster box annualized ROI. Fusion Strike at 460 is a 16.14% annualized ROI. Brilliant Stars at 453. 17.64%. Astral Radiance at 352 is only a 5.29% return. Lost Origin at 416 is a 17.79% ROI. And Silver Tempest 370 is a 10.78% annualized ROI. So as we can see here, obviously, when we get the average, it comes out to 19.99%, which is less than half of the Sun and Moon annualized ROI for sleeve boosters. Kind of surprising, kind of not surprising. I mean, Sun and Moon's obviously had its run. Sleeve boosters and even some of the booster boxes for Sword and Shield still in stock on the Pokemon Center, so it hasn't really got its massive pump yet. And obviously, sleeve boosters normally lag behind. So, for example, the Fusion Strike booster box is out of stock, but you can still buy sleeved boosters. Same thing with Astral Radiance when it was out. Obviously, the sleeve boosters were there; it's back in stock now. But for a lot of sets, normally the booster box goes first. Then the sleeve boosters will still be available. Standouts for Sword and Shield, obviously base set 18.52%. Battle Styles at 17.39. If you remember when we did the booster box comparison to ETBs, or even it might have just been booster boxes for Sun and Moon versus Sword and Shield, Battle Styles was the only booster box that was negative. in annualized ROI since release. You look at the annualized ROI of the Slave Booster, it's actually, doing pretty well, middle of the pack, 17.39%. That's definitely respectable. So those are kind of like the only two that stand out to me. Astral Radiance is actually doing quite poorly, so I think that's a decent one to note. But yeah, do I think sleeved boosters are a good investment? That is going to be the question we answer right now. And the answer I'm going to give is honestly, it depends. I mean, sometimes I think it might be good to pick these up, especially if you can get them at a very good price. So I see stores, trying to sell these out, flood the market, sometimes get rid of them, get them off their books. And I think part of that is that they're definitely harder to sell than a booster box. So that's something we need to keep in mind in the futures. If you're going to be buying these, just remember they're going to probably be less liquid of a product than a booster box or an ETB. An upside to that, obviously, though, is they take up a lot less space than something like an ETB. And they're also very easy to ship if you're selling them individually. You can normally just send them in a bubble mailer. If they're more expensive, you could put like some cardboard in there and then put it in a bubble mailer. Or if they're really expensive, maybe just get like a, I don't know, 4x4x2 box or something like or a 6x4x2, whatever it would be. Get like a really tiny box to put them in there if they're, getting expensive, like a team up one at $57 now, or a flash fire one that's what, like $70-$80, something like that. Maybe not that much in US, like $60 or something, but you get my point. So I personally like them. I have some Astral Radiance sleeve boosters, Fusion Strike sleeve boosters, Lost Origin. I do have a couple Guardians Rising. I'm trying to think what else I have. A couple team up ones and like a few other sets, maybe some Evolving Skies. I think I might have like 15 or so of those. So I definitely have some of them. If you find them at a good price, I think they're worth picking up. And obviously, a good price is going to be a subjective number for all of us. But really, if you're finding things below retail, you find an LGS or an online retailer that's selling them out, you can find a really good deal on them. You get them for, I don't know, 60-70% of market price. They're probably going to be a good pickup. Just remember that, they are going to be slower sellers when it comes time to sell. That's why, booster boxes probably are going to be a better investment long term. But again, remember, everything at the right price is worth picking up. Even a Rebel Clash or Darkness Ablaze booster box, you get it at a good enough price, $70, whatever it may be, it's worth picking up. So that's the whole point of this, is obviously just to look at the numbers, see how they're going to do long term. But then again, just it really comes down to where you can find them and at what price. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Links in the description if you want to help out the channel as well. With that said, thank you for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.